What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today we're talking the Action Bronson and New Balance collab, the 990 V6. So stay tuned.
Doesn't make sense. I don't really know. Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, but I started new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're talking the Action Bronson and New Balance collab. Alright, man, we're going to be keeping things very simple over here today. We're going to be answering the basic old question. Are they drip, flip, or skip? Let's just keep it there. Alright, so first things first, these are set to release March 17th to the best of my knowledge, coming in at a retail price that I have not even seen yet, right? Okay, yes, I've done the research, but it is not out there. It's not even on StockX. In fact, this shoe is not even loaded up on New Balance, right? Okay, but of course, I did see the shoe on StockX, so of course, you know the kid had to glance at the resale price, and right now, surprisingly, look like they're averaging $700 and up, depending on the size, right? Okay, so there is a resale price on the Action Bronson and New Balance collab, right? Okay, now, to the best of my knowledge, it's not loaded up on New Balance now. If you check his Instagram right now, if you're not familiar with who New Balance, if you're not familiar with who Action Bronson is, I meant to say, of course we should be familiar with both, but more so, I don't think, I personally haven't heard any music with Action Bronson in a while. So that's a hint right there. Action Bronson, to the best of my knowledge, is a rapper, right? Okay. I am personally not a big fan to be checking for his music, but obviously he's getting a collab with New Balance, so he's done something right. Don't want to hate on that, but with all that being said, right, now if you check his Instagrams and stuff like that, and I want to go down on his social medias if I'm not mistaken, the shoe actually will be sold on specializinglife.com, but if you go on the site right now, probably at the time that I dropped this video, you will not actually see the actual site. Actually, I think it'll be asking for a password page, right? Okay, so I don't know if they're gonna load up on New Balances just yet. I would assume so, but I don't know. But again, if we're gonna keep things average about what New Balance's collab usually costs, I would say roughly around 200 something, give or take. Probably a little more, give or take, right? Okay, now this is obviously a heavily inspired shoe where it seems like he's like done like a lot of thought into it, but he said he also had a limited time to create and design the shoe. Now, I will say this personally, if you looked at one New Balances, I personally feel like you've looked at them all. Hint, hint, by the way, I do got some New Balances coming on the way, but they're not these Action Bronsons, right? Okay, now, I will say this, the shoe does feature 3M, and I know all this because he actually did like an interview, not only with Complex, because I think he was on like the Full Size Run episode, but I also know for a fact that he also did one with GQ, so you can check that out as well. But one of the things he said that inspired from this shoe is pretty much his childhood, man. And I love the story behind the shoe. But pretty much from his childhood, he said he was into a lot of sneakers, but he didn't mention any Jordan brand sneakers, right? Okay, not saying he wasn't, but he did mention the likes of like Shaquille O'Neal sneakers, right? Okay, so stuff like that. So I can see where maybe this is where he kind of ties off to. But he also mentioned that, you know, I didn't know this and I'm not really into wrestling, but apparently he have been featured in wrestling and the shoe was then there. So it's also two colorways, but I feel like there's the color that we're getting is like this highlighter color like we're getting, which features 3M, if I didn't say that already. But there's also a black pair that he wears in the GQ interview, but he says that's kind of like, I think that's quote unquote code for friends and family to the best of my knowledge, but don't quote me on that. No extra laces coming with this, and he said it out of his own mouth. But I will say this, he does like the 3M hint, so he's getting a lot of inspiration behind the shoe. Now, I will say this, definitely different colors going all the way. He even himself said it kind of thinks of like Ninja Turtles, if I'm not mistaken from watching the interview, because I watched it several times. Not saying I'm a fan of the guy, not saying I'm not a fan of him, but I just know that I haven't checked out his music in a while. So this kind of collab kind of threw me off guard because I really wasn't expecting it through the week. Now, with all that being said, I will say this. New Balance have doing collabs with people that we normally just don't even really come to think of mind. So we got to give New Balance that credit. Now, comfortability is where New Balance is when I think of New Balances. Now, y'all know me, I wear New Balances only in the gym, so I do got some new gym shoes coming in, but it's gonna be a little bit of hype behind it, if you will, right? Okay, I feel like finally I've made it to that criteria where not only do I want to just look good outside of the gym on feet, but I also want to look good on feet inside of the gym, if that even made sense. But neither here nor there. Back to these Action Bronsons and New Balance collab. Now, 990 V6 is the model, right? Okay, so I know they definitely aim for comfort on these, but with all of that being said, man, I don't know what the retail price is, but I definitely want to get this video out to you guys March 17th. Now, with all that being said, drip, flip, or skip for the kid. Wow, you know, to be honest, depending on what the retail price is, this could be, I don't know, because who really checks for Action Bronson? And I could just be living under a rock and he could be this all-time greatest rapper list that I don't know about, right? Okay, I don't know. But with all that being said, man, with my thought process, the colors are all over the place on this shoe. Kwame, I'm very interested to know your thoughts and opinions on that because I know you like colors kind of like this. So I'm very curious if you've noticed this shoe. Hopefully I get this video out in time for you, Kwame. But with all that being said, for the kid personally, they will be a skip. Not a bad shoe, just I know for a fact, I don't think I personally could pull it off. It's not a bad shoe, but at the same time, it could be a gym shoe because he said he's worked out in this shoe as well. So I may possibly consider getting it if the retail price is right. Maybe adding it to the collection for the gym. Not a bad thought process, but that's just my thoughts on things right now, man. So right now, temporarily, they will be a skip, but I will keep my eye on this shoe. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. Will you be going after these on March 17th? Retailing at, I currently don't know. And of course, let me know if you think they're drip, flip, or skip. Alright, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I think we go.